Trying Not to Shiver, Part 3.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? I now have completely different hair. I just wanted to say that real quick before anybody's like, whoa, what happened? Alright, so let's get to this finally. Okay, here we are, finally. We're watching Scary Comp version 101. I'm doing these all out of order, by the way. There is no particular order to these, I don't think. I mean, maybe this channel's release. But yeah, go check out this channel, Bizarre Bub, because most of their videos have been the ones I've been reacting to. I mean, they're also just compiling other people's videos. Let's do this. We're gonna decipher some of these, and we're gonna see if some of these are just really funny to me, like how far people will go to just try to create that little background story and shit. Okay, let's do this.
On February 20th of 2020,
we're gonna try to see if any of these can really convince us that there's some real shit happening.
a mother records her child's balloon. After seeing it do something that terrified her immensely, she films the balloon, hoping that it does it again on camera.
This oddly human shit. Oh, it's Elmo. It's totally Elmo, isn't it?
It's doing it again.
It's doing what again?
It stopped.
Why is this almost kind of funny?
For some reason, the balloon comes to a sudden halt near the basement door. Now you might be wondering what is so frightening about this balloon. After all, it appears to be doing normal balloon things. Well, according to Rachel, the mother, this balloon
I was called out. Fuck me, I mean.
Balloon always ends up at the basement entrance, and it doesn't go in unless her son follows it inside.
For how long have they had this balloon?
Andrew.
Unlike other instances where the
it's
balloon
not
just
real.
suddenly stops near the entrance,
No,
here it goes
there's
all the way
acted
in,
out.
and it's only when Rachel's son begins to pursue it that it does this. Now, it might be possible that a draft or an airflow is causing the balloon to move towards the basement, but to have it stop only a few feet away from the cellar, despite being left open occasionally, is a bit strange. Whether it's upstairs or in the furthest corner of the house, it always follows the same path before somehow stopping around the same spot.
It's because, but also the heat rises and then the cold air is going down. So the hot air is probably rising up slightly, even though it feels cold. And then it's keeping the balloon from going in.
To Rachel, this doesn't make any sense.
Literally stopped at the basement door again.
Now, these occurrences wouldn't be the last of them, as just recently this happened. It's around 9:30 at night.
Do they
when
still have
was
this
captured.
balloon? Please tell me they still have the same fucking balloon.
Babe.
Quiet! Quiet!
This part. See, they want you to forget about the fact that it could be a human faking it with all the other scenes beforehand. Although I will say,
incidents before weren't creepy enough, this happened.
you know what, guys, is it sad that I'm almost slightly convinced right now after all the shit I was just talking?
You
know, I'm not convinced.
Seemingly makes its way towards the top of the
That
stairs,
last part's
directly
good,
towards
though.
Rachel without stopping. But when it gets to the top, it abruptly stops. Somehow, the natural buoyancy of this balloon ceases, as if acting independently from the laws of physics. It just doesn't move at all. Even the dogs in the background were unsettled by the strange occurrence. Now it's apparent to the family that something isn't right with this balloon. They know that getting rid of it would be a good idea, but their son refuses to have it thrown away. So they continue to keep it. After all, it'll deflate over time and be rendered useless within a few days. However, although initially thinking that things would be okay, something happens that quickly changes their minds. Only a day or two later, Rachel is home alone when she experiences something that she considers as the most disturbing thing ever. It's late at night when this was captured.
Has Kyrie texted you back?
This is great. This is like the best horror movie plot ever. Instead of just haunted doll, haunted balloon, right? Oh, wait. I must have unmuted. Is it gonna pop? No, she's a little too close for comfort. What?
At the top of the stairs, in the corner of the doorframe, a forehead is seen. Rachel initially saw something, yet didn't know what it was, but after taking a closer look, she sees it. A forehead that naturally leads down to a pair of eyes. However, if you slow the video frame by frame, you'll notice the supposed face she'd seen. Yet something about it has left Rachel and her husband immensely unsettled. Naturally, Rachel was shaken up. If the balloon hadn't convinced them that something was up with their basement, then this definitely did. Either someone or something is in there. Given all that's happened before, they can't help but think that this was responsible for the balloon's odd behavior.
Well played.
To them, it seems that the path the balloon would always follow wasn't just due to physics, but instead by something else. Now
So
Rachel has since then locked the
end
basement and won't open it anytime soon. But while there has yet to be a definitive explanation, the mystery still remains. Just what exactly did Rachel and her family witness in their house? As with all videos, this one remains unsolved.
Of course it does. That one, I don't know how to feel about that one. That one feels like that could go either way. That one's like, it's still too much of me of like, why are you capturing all of this perfectly? Like you happen to have perfect shots of it happening. Well, there's too many of them that just seem like they were
Now this next video
out
comes
in
from
someone's
Elijah
head
Carter,
beforehand.
who's a construction worker for a house that's being remodeled. It's
And he
been
had a
some time
really
now
good idea to make a horror video out of it.
he's worked on
You never know though, that's
this
the part that's
house,
fun,
and
right?
he's just now realizing something about it that the property owner has never mentioned. In this house lies a hidden crawl space. Apparently, it was hidden behind a stack of drywall that no one had bothered moving until now. Seeing that no one else is around, as it wasn't a workday, he explores the crawl space all by himself. But little does he know that this was a bad idea. The following is Elijah's video. Watch.
You look creepy there.
But while I came across something that was really cool, and I feel like it sets this house apart. The reason why I'm just now founding this crawl space is because of this drywall. The owner, she had this drywall covering the crawl space. That's not the cool thing about it. And I want y'all to check this out. So while I was here, I found this table, and I also found this extra space right here. You have a vent right there. think I just heard some footsteps. This can't be a squatter.
What's that? Okay. Nah.
What was meant to be a short video for his Facebook group turns into something completely nightmarish. For one, the sound of footsteps was heard on the floorboards,
he could have
despite
staged
no
this
one being
with his
there.
girlfriend.
And eeriest of all, the sound of
It's not
someone
that
talking
complicated.
and giggling was heard from somewhere inside. But to make things even more frightening, the door to the crawl space begins to open on its own. It's no wonder why Elijah bolted out of there at full speed. As it seems, he wasn't alone. Now, if what he says is true, that there weren't any signs of someone being there the next day at work, then the question is begged. Just what exactly did Elijah encounter while being inside this house?
There's no evidence that it wasn't paranormal.
My sound was too quiet, even at 100%.
You're not a real human.
Then I found extra sound. It boosts volume up to 600.
Don't fake the eyes looking down at something to try to be real.
In the following video, a man and his girlfriend are staying over at his aunt's house when they hear a strange noise from downstairs. Mind you though, that no one else is home.
Alright, so this is like really crazy. That's sad.
That is a cool ass house.
What's going on?
Now he couldn't capture the noise on camera, but there is something in this video that's worth pointing out before mentioning anything else, and that's the house itself. This Victorian home belongs to the man's aunt, who at this time was traveling abroad for a few days. While she was gone, the man, known as Isaac, and his girlfriend stayed over to look after the place and care for her dog.
Aunt is overseas for the week, and she asked me and my girlfriend to come and take this on camera. She's watching us right now. Hey, Auntie.
Now the only thing in this house that isn't antiquated are the security cameras throughout the place. Although Isaac's aunt isn't home, she still wants to keep an eye on the property. But while looking at one of the cameras late one night, she notices something very strange. She immediately sends the recording to Isaac, who was totally spooked out by what was captured. While his girlfriend was inside a room, this was caught.
That's a pretty loud sound to just not be like immediately going down.
The noise, as it turns out, was just a draft affecting a door. But this one, according to them, doesn't appear to be affected by it, as it closes up differently. The door gently glides, as if someone was closing it quietly.
Slamming sound was a door,
Although
but
freaked
that
out
one's
by
not the
this,
wind.
they weren't as terrified
draft,
as
but
what they
that's
experienced only days later. Now, before showing this clip, it's worth noting that a common occurrence in this house is a broom that always falls over by itself. It usually happens at night, and it's always when it's in the dining room that it falls over. One night, Isaac waits patiently for the broom to fall again, when all of a sudden, this happens.
What a perfect house to make your own little home ghost footage in, huh? It's the broom. Why are you still recording it?
Like many times before, the broom is on the ground, despite being placed initially upright against the wall. It seemingly falls by itself, or at least that's what Isaac thinks. He's been documenting every instance of the broom falling over, and not once has it occurred to him to check the security cameras around the house until recently. By checking, he could see how it keeps on doing this. So, he tells his aunt to send him some recordings from specific dates of the camera inside the dining room where the broom falls over. He checks each one and doesn't notice anything weird, but when he checks again, he notices something in one video that leaves him beyond spooked. This is what he saw.
That was pretty cool.
Take 50% off fall at Hobby Lobby. Save on
Although it looked
themed
like a
place
really,
settings
like,
and decor. A huge
It
selection.
messed up but did just enough special
Isaac
effect.
and his girlfriend were completely caught off guard upon seeing this. For sure, the broom falling on its own is creepy, but this is something out of a horror movie. A strange, dark figure stands at the window before disappearing into thin air. It's only there momentarily and gone when Isaac is present.
And you could see it was like
But
they
its
erased it
disappearance
out
wouldn't be the
partially.
creepiest part about this, because according to the couple, this figure looks like a child. If that's the case, then this makes this next video even creepier. According to them, they may have found something to explain what they saw. Take a look.
Alright, so we found something that might explain what happened last night. These tiles are of two children that lived here at some point. This is memorialized, yeah. They memorialized him by putting him on a tile on this fireplace, and I swear this is the kid that I saw.
These tiles, as they would later find out, are meant to honor those who passed away. In this case, it's meant to memorialize the two kids on the fireplace. However, neither the couple nor the aunt has any idea who these kids are. She only knows that they used to live in this house over a century ago. Given
That's
all that's
crazy,
happened
though.
during their stay, the couple believe that a ghost was caught on camera, but more specifically, the ghost of one of these kids. If that's so, then this makes what was captured pretty freaky. But as with all videos, you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera? Or is there something that could explain all these occurrences? Let me know your thoughts on this one.
See, like, most of them are too much of the same stuff. I don't want to just keep over and over again being like, hey.
Now this next video was
Maybe they had
posted by a
strings on
Reddit
the
user
doors.
who writes that the following video was taken back in 2020. He didn't take the video himself, but rather it was sent to him by his sister who was at a hospital for reasons unknown.
And their hand
While she was there,
broken while
she was
trying
waiting
to
out in the
record.
hallway where no one else seemed to be present. It was just her, alone in this big empty hallway. Or at least that's what she thought. Because, as her family believes, she wasn't completely alone. In a video she posted to her family's group chat, something can be seen moving and peeking at the end of the hallway. Have a look.
Hospitals in general, I feel like, are creepy.
After checking to see what it was that was moving, she finds nothing. Now, it's hard to say as to what exactly is being seen here, but many viewers on Reddit believe that it's something paranormal. Some can even make out a face or even a body, but then again, that could be a case of pareidolia. However, it's the fact that something moves that makes it quite strange. From catching a lock of hair moving independently to the creepy atmosphere of the hallway, it's understandable as to why one would think that something paranormal is present. But as with all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on this. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
I haven't captured any myself yet, so...
In this next video, a young girl is playing in front of a display cabinet while her mother records her from a distance. Although seeming like a random recording, something about this moment holds a special place in the mom's heart. Amanda, the mother, isn't just recording a random cute moment, but instead, she's recording a heartfelt video in which her daughter plays with her mother's urn. The display cabinet holds the ashes of Amanda's mom, who passed away only a month ago, and it was just now that she saw her daughter talking to the urn inside. Understandably, Amanda was moved. During the time that Amanda took this video, she didn't notice anything strange. It was only after reviewing the footage that she saw it. A dark silhouette passing in front of the camera as her daughter plays in the distance. To Amanda, this supposed apparition wasn't completely unknown, as she had a feeling that this was her mother. She took it as a sign from her, letting her know that she's still there despite being physically gone. Although others think that something else was captured, she strongly believes that this had been her mother. But let me know what you think. Just what exactly was caught on camera? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.
I think it would be really fun if I one day sat down, maybe while recording, and I just tried to make my own, like I'll show you guys me like getting the footage too, and I'll try to like make my own fake ghost shit, just to try to like, just myself to try to debunk it. And that's also maybe not debunk it, maybe also just be like, oh, that is hard to try to fake that. Like, what would the method be to fake this properly? Because some of these videos, man, it's like, excuse me, don't get me wrong, they're faked very well. And some of them, it's like, you can almost believe them. I don't feel like all of it's fake, like, I feel like there's some stuff, I've said this before, I hope, because, like, I'm pretty skeptical of shit, but I still believe it. But still, like, all these, in this compilation specifically, like, all of these could be explained by either them just trying to fuck with people, or, like, really good acting, and the weirdest thing out of this whole 20 minutes that like interested me, at least that made me stop and think, like, what got it to do that was this part. Yeah, there it is, where like he suddenly immediately stops, because that's like,
this one remains
like, that one part was where it's like, okay, someone has to interfere with that, but then what exactly would they do to stop it that perfectly? And yes, they could also just use strings. But alright. Thank you all for joining me on part 3 of this. I'm wondering if there's like a better thing to watch of this, like a better channel to watch for this, let me know. But I think this is really fun. Honestly, I enjoy reacting more to these than I do the try not to laugh stuff. So hopefully y'all enjoy this as much as I do, and subscribe if you did. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye for now. Stop by again for more spooky videos this whole Halloween. If I could stay on schedule for once.